Innocent, stolen from Africa.
All right, man. Manifesto 17, man. Crazy 17 years of Manifesto Festival, creating a platform for artists and musicians just to showcase their talents and for the people to connect. And we are here with the privilege of being in the presence of
Phoenix Pagliacci, baby.
That's enough love, man. Looking good today, man. Like,
Man,
glowing, man, shining.
I'm trying. I had a.
You're doing.
I appreciate that. Thank
There
you.
we go.
I'm doing, but I needed some help doing. So thanks. Shout out to the team. For
Okay,
sure. I would have
that's
shown up
good.
in a paper bag if it wasn't for half my team. I really don't. I
That's
don't have
love.
any sense of style, but
You're here, man. That's
I'm
enough
here.
love, man. So, everyone's talking about, 50 years of hip hop, but I always say, it's half a century of hip hop, because that's really what it. 50 years sounds kind of small, but half a century, it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
you're in the big leagues now.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you, as a, artist coming up, yeah?
honestly, I feel like it was just yesterday that I started
Yeah.
rapping.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't always a rapper. I started off singing.
Right,
That was
yeah,
my bag.
yeah.
That was my, where I felt most comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
And really just out of a necessity
Yeah.
of female rappers, I
Got
started
you.
rapping. And
Interesting,
that's when I
yeah.
was introduced to the OGs, Eternia, Terra Chase. And I was like,
Right.
oh, they've been doing this.
Right, facts.
Let me go to the greats and learn.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
so I was able to hone my craft and really tap into this half a century worth of culture.
No, that's beautiful. Yeah, when it comes to music has this therapeutic, angle to it. And when it comes to self-care and whatnot, what does that look like for you in terms of your artistry and just overall well-being?
Yeah, I mean, self-care is first, right? Health is wealth. If you
Yeah.
don't have that, you don't have anything.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think especially now in today's culture where it's so fast-paced and every artist, feels like they got to put out music every 10 minutes to stay relevant.
Yeah.
I think you just got to, as an artist, put yourself first, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're not there to make the music, then
Yeah.
the music doesn't get made. So
Absolutely.
take your time, There are legends like D'Angelo who can, and Lauryn Hill who can drop an album here, take their time, and then drop another album.
Yeah.
The music's always gonna be
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
in its time. And that's a
Absolutely.
message I want to share to a lot of the artists out there, just burning out and, being part of this rat race. You don't have to do that. If the music is good, whenever you drop
Yeah.
it, the people will come running. So
That's
yeah.
beautiful, yeah. So a lot of the content that we're creating right now is we do workshops within schools and presentation during school hours. And we have a program called the Responsibility Program, which is basically a leadership program that's built on self-esteem building, personal reflections. And we talk about topics that are important to teens, to youth, but oftentimes schools don't give focus to it. So when it comes to say toxic relationships or family dynamics or habits or procrastination, these different topics, even social justice, we create spaces to build on that. And I came across one of your videos online, and it looked like it was a tribute to some of the stuff that's happening within the indigenous community. And I just want to read this this one bar, and I want you to build on it. It says, tragedies are listed in history. How justice hasn't been served remains a mystery. Blood flows from the schools to the slaughters to the murdered and missing mothers and daughters. These are my kind of lyrics. I love music that makes you think and be like, no, hold on, we got to be doing something. There's a time and a place for everything, to have the party and whatnot. But I see hip hop also as a tool for social change and that awareness. And when for someone like yourself, coming up with lyrics like this, why was it important for you to use your outlet and your platform to speak up?
Well, I've never been one to keep quiet on the issues that are surrounding our communities, And if it's not us, then it's the indigenous community, it's, other racialized or minority communities. We have to speak up when we see these things happening. And I mean, personally, as a Black Canadian, I'm still learning my history, which is messed up, right?
Yeah.
We don't learn these things in school.
True indeed.
And so when we go to cultures like hip hop, where we have Grandmaster Flash, the message coming out, he's talking about his community, he's talking to, and literally that's one of the very first songs,
True indeed.
in the community. And so you learn, okay, it's very important to use this ability to share those messages. And so shout outs to DJ Shub, he tapped me in to work on that song, and I learned a lot about the indigenous community. And I learned about the things that are still happening to this day. And so that bonding over injustice, as well as using music as a medium to bring awareness to the injustice, that's my kind of jam. Because if we can use where we're at to get to where we need to be, that's the movement.
Love that,
right?
love that. Okay, that's peace, man. So, coming up in Toronto, like, what schools did you go to? Did you attend?
Wexford. Go
Wexford.
Vikings.
Okay.
Green and white. That's my,
right.
I guess the pre-alma mater. That's the high school I went to. So I was like an artsy-fartsy kid,
Yeah. So, like, what kind of student were you? Like, were you like?
Oh man. So I was the class clown.
Okay.
I was not really focused until I realized, like, damn, the only course I'm doing good in is music. This is wild to me. So I knew then, I was like, all right, this will be my focus. This will be my passion. But I was the class clown, hands down. I was making everybody laugh. No one was paying attention if I was in class.
Yeah. That's what's up. Man. So, again, like I said, like this will be shared with our students, in schools. You might even use it for the assemblies and
I hope so.
and whatnot. What is something that you would tell like your younger self, if you were to go back in time, to your high school years, like what is something that you would tell yourself?
I would definitely tell myself that it's okay to express how you feel. I think a lot of our youth feel that there is no space for their feelings. Whether it's through art, whether it's through journaling, through meditation, through seeing somebody professionally, just let those emotions out, because when they build up and when they fester and they just turn into these bricks inside of us, and then our youth are so hard, they don't know how to accept emotion. They don't know how to express love to each other. Right. So first and foremost, just let whatever is out inside out. Just let it out, talk about it, sing about it, drum about it, whatever you got to do to get that out and let people know how you feel. Yeah, for sure.
I love that. So real quick, we got, a little gift for y'all.
Thank you
know
so
what I'm
much.
Representing.
I love this.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to know, like, what comes to mind when you hear the phrase stolen from Africa?
First thing that comes to mind is Africville.
Woo.
Okay, I had to wait until
Man, you're the first person who said that. No one has ever said Africville as a response, and I love that, man. Go ahead, build on Africville.
I had to learn that the idea of Black restlessness existed and still does in our country.
Yes.
Right here at home.
Yeah, right here.
A lot of times during Black History Month, it's all about American Black history and slaves this and slaves that. Listen, when we got free and we continued, even though we were stolen and we found new land and found new home, they were still trying to push us out.
Let's go.
And they're still doing it to this day. So being stolen is something that will always impact us, but we are such a strong and resilient people that we turn pain into joy. And so seeing this shirt, I'm just proud to know that this is a reminder of where we're going. Because they always want to remind us where we came from, but baby, they ain't focused on where we go.
Beautiful. Appreciate that, man. Go ahead, brother. I know we gotta.
Absolutely.
The question is, what's an absurd, unusual habit or an absurd thing that you just love?
Okay, so I'm addicted to tweezers. I have tweezers in the car. I have tweezers in my room, like at my nightside table. Tweezers in the bathroom, which is like 2 steps from the nightside table. I'm always like getting 1 or 2 little whiskers, and I'm like, I gotta get these like right now. So I'll be in the car, don't tell anybody, but like I'll be in the car driving, and then I'll just like, see, okay, there's one there, so I'll like pull the car tweezers out and just, pluck them out. I mean, like I would grow in a full one if I could, like you, and keep it nice and fresh and clean, but like, I just gotta, just 1, 2.
Understood.
Heck, I know, very absurd. But that was the perfect question for that answer.
Thank you. All right, well, we're excited to see you perform, in your element on stage. We're going to grab some footage. It's going to be exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Before we go, let's get a quick shout out to Stolen from Africa and the Responsibility Program.
Absolutely. I want to give mad love and a big shout out to Stolen from Africa and the Responsibility Program. I think it's important that we all remember our responsibility as community members and as people.
Love. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enough love.
All right.
Yes.
Y'all gonna look at me different now because you know my secret.
And this is stolen from Africa.